Madridistas, this Wednesday, Real Madrid head off to France to take on Lille in our second Champions League match of the season. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my starting 11 I want to see Real Madrid roll out there. Some good news and some bad news coming in the last couple hours. Players I think all Madridistas need to be watching, and of course, my official match prediction. But before we get started, if you're new around here, I'm Dally with Dallyfc, and I cover all things Real Madrid. At the end of the video, if you like the content and you want to see more from myself, please hit that subscribe button. Right now, smash that like button and let me know in the comments what's your official match prediction for the Lille match. So starting this video, who is Lille, right? Well, currently, Lille, they sit at 5th in Ligue 1 over in France, and right now they're coming off a game where they actually won 3-0, and their best player, which in my opinion, Jonathan David, their striker, it's a Canadian international. He actually got a hat trick in the last one, and so he's going to be somebody that Rudiger and Militao really need to keep their eye on, and I think all Madridistas really need to keep their eye on too, because he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, I did mention in the intro that there is some good news and some bad news, and so I like to do it first and do the bad news. Well, the bad news is, as you can see on the screen, this was the official squad list coming out from Real Madrid today. And as you can see, Courtois is not listed. And I was tweeting about it earlier. Again, if you're not following me on Twitter, definitely follow me on Twitter. It's the first place I let everybody know if there's any latest news with Real Madrid, so definitely follow me on Twitter. I let everybody know that Courtois, it looks like he had a slight muscle injury, and so do not expect him for this one or the game coming up this weekend as well. Because, you know, next week we have international break for about 2 weeks now, and if there's any sort of injury with Courtois, I don't want him out there, and that's the same thing with Real Madrid. And again, he's not even on the official squad list for it. Now, if you're looking at the squad list and look closely, let's look at attackers. There's a name on there that I was surprised to see as well, and that, of course, is Kylian Mbappe is on the list for the squad. And apparently, Kylian Mbappe has been healing a lot faster than we thought. You know, I was telling everybody here it's been going to be about 3 weeks for Kylian Mbappe, and don't expect him back before international break. Well, looks like he is back with the squad. And now the question is, coming into this match, is Kylian Mbappe going to be playing in this one? Well, as you can see on the screen, this is my official preview, my starting 11 that I want to see rolled out there. Now, I do not have Kylian Mbappe out there. I also do not have Camavinga out there either. And I think the last game against Atleti was kind of telling. You know, Camavinga still coming back from injury. We all expected him. You know, he is in the squad list for the last one. He's in the squad list here. Is Camavinga going to be playing? I don't expect him to. He might come on as a sub, as a starter. I think what Carlo Ancelotti is going to be doing is waiting until the end of international break, and that is when I expect Camavinga to be coming back because, again, he can get a little more rest, he can get some more training, and get back up to speed because really he has not been training with the squad at all. So getting back to training, getting back, you know, healthy, I think that's when we see Camavinga. So I would not want to rush him because we've already seen, you know, we're still missing Brahim, we're still missing a lot of players, and all the injuries we've had some terrible luck with it, so I don't want Camavinga's injury to get any more serious than it already is. But you might be saying, Dally, where is Mbappe in your starting 11? It's kind of the same mindset with Mbappe too. He's injured, right? Is he 100% healthy? I don't think so. I think this is more so than anything, everybody. This is an emergency backup attacker. Now, is he going to come on and maybe play 20-ish minutes? I could see that maybe if he's fit enough to play. And really, it's going to be up to the medical staff from Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe. How is he feeling going into this one? Because if he's not 100%, I don't want us to rush him at all, especially we have this game, again, the match on the weekend, and then it's international break. If he can just chill, not head off to France for international break, I would not mind that as well. So ideally, in my mind, I do not want Kylian Mbappe playing in this one at all, honestly. Will he play? Will Carlo Ancelotti start him? Maybe. If he gets hurt, we have only Carlo Ancelotti to blame for that one. Now, when it actually comes to my starting 11, as you can see on the screen, this is a little different than what we rolled out there. And really, the only difference is I have Arda Güler starting at right center mid instead of Modric starting at more of a central mid like we did in the Atleti match. Now, why do I have this? Well, couple things. I just rate Arda Güler. I also think there was a lot of times in the last one against Atletico where every single time we're driving the ball, it's on the left wing. You know, when we're doing the diamond formation, this is kind of what we do. We just continue to drive down on the left wing. I think that Arda Güler could link up really well with Rodrigo, with Valverde, you know, with Carvajal overlapping with him. And really for me, with Arda Güler, I think he has the flexibility to play as a 10 or the right center mid. And in this one, I would have him at right center mid. I think for Arda, if he is starting this match, I would love him to come in and create chances for us, own that right wing. Because really, again, Vinny and Rodrigo and Bellingham and everybody else will love to keep going down that left wing side. And so if Arda could come in and really own that, I think that'd be incredible for us and really would create a lot more chances because we're coming from both wings that way instead of just solely focus on the left wing. Now, speaking of the left wing, as you can see on the screen as well, Fran Garcia is in my ideal starting lineup because Fran Garcia this year, I have loved him on the attack. And really my mindset, I think moving forward, is let's start Fran Garcia, and then later we can bring on Ferland Mendy because the ideal situation is we can get on the board early, we can get a goal or two, and who's going to be helping with that is Fran Garcia. Him bombing down the left wing, crossing the ball into the box. He's taken a couple shots so far. I really like what we've seen from Fran Garcia so far. And then after we take the lead, and then you want to play more defensive, then bring on a fresh Ferland Mendy to really just own that left wing and let nothing go by. And then also, he doesn't have to be running up and down the wing. And again, Ferland Mendy really doesn't cross the ball ever. So that would be my ideal lineup for this one. Now, is Carlo Ancelotti going to be listening? I know he's a subscriber. I know he watches. I don't think so. This is the lineup that I actually think we will be seeing. And you might be wondering, isn't that the same lineup? It is. It's the exact same lineup that we ran out against Atletico Madrid. And this is an okay lineup. Modric coming off, he's 39 years old. Him coming off the game against Atletico, where I think he played like 80-ish minutes. That's a lot. I mean, I thought Modric did pretty good in that 100% passing for him in the last game. I just think him starting again, you're asking a lot, especially when you have somebody who is literally half his age, 19-year-old Arda Güler on the bench. I just don't know why you have to roll Modric out there every single time. I think you need to rotate them, but that's just my opinion. Now, when it comes to this match, I think a couple players I want all of us to be focusing on. The first is Lunin. Lunin is going to be starting this matchup, and like I said, Courtois is out, and so for Lunin, be who you were last year. Last year when Courtois was out with the ACL injury, what was happening? Lunin, I thought, was incredible last year. He was a wall for most of the season up until the end of the season where he had a really bad performance. I think we let in like 5 goals from him. And in the Euros, he actually got benched by Ukraine as well. So I need him to perform a lot better than how he ended the last season and how he played in Euros as well. So I feel pretty comfortable coming into this match with Lunin. Again, I think Lunin's probably one of the better goalkeepers in the world, especially as a backup. I think he's probably at least, maybe I'm a little Real Madrid biased. I might be. I think he's one of the better backups in the world. I was very surprised the Premier League team did not come in and try to steal Lunin from us and pay 30, 40 million for him. I think, though, that Lunin, this is a big chance for him to go out and prove why he's one of the better ones in the world. And ultimately, if he does want to leave in a year or two, he did just sign the contract extension, but this would be one of the things that can kind of prove himself for everybody watching around the world. So I'm hoping for a big game from Lunin. I really think with him in the back, we really need to be watching how Lunin is doing in this one. Now, the next player I wanted to talk about is Jude Bellingham. Coming in this match, Jude really needs to be the attacking threat that he was last year for us, just because right now the position that he needs to be in, he really needs to be a box-to-box midfielder as well as like a false 9. I'm asking a lot from Jude here. I am. So if Jude, you see this, I'm asking a lot, but you really have to do everything. You really do. You need to be attacking with Vinny, with Rodrigo, and then you have to be getting back on defense. And here's the thing. I know that Jude Bellingham can do this. 100%. Because we saw it last season. There's no excuse for Jude to not do it other than you could be like, well, he's not 100% healthy. He's been playing in every single match. He played the full 90 in the last one, which was basically like 105 minutes or something like that. It might be asking a lot for Jude. I just know he can do it. And I think the big thing for me, for Jude as well, let's get on the board, man. Let's get that first goal of the season. We haven't seen it from him yet. I think there's a couple opportunities that he's going to have in this game to get some more shots off. And so I think we all really need to be watching Jude, and hopefully he can get a great game, and let's get that first goal of the season as well. Now, the next player I want to talk about is going to be a sub that I can see coming on in this one. And that, of course, is Bobby Endrick, our beloved 18-year-old Brazilian. Love Bobby. However, from Bobby's perspective, I need some better choices in the chances that you are creating, because I loved that Stuttgart goal. I really did. It was a fantastic goal from you. But every single time you're 40 yards away, you do not need to be shooting the ball. Let's kind of understand the moment, understand, the score line. And the last one, you can put this game away if you keep running down and passing it off to Jude, or just even getting closer and getting a better shot opportunity. Let's understand the moment, understand the score line, and your positioning as well. I think that's something that Endrick can do a lot better as well. Otherwise, from Endrick's perspective, just make things happen, man. Just go out there, press the ball, get some shots out at Lille. I think you have incredible talent, and I think you're an incredible player. Just go out and show that. But again, let's just make some better choices when we're playing in this game. Now, when it comes to my official match prediction in this one, I think this will be an interesting game from us, just because in the last one, we only got one goal. I do think that this diamond can work, and ultimately, I do think we score a lot more goals in this one. That's why I will be going with Real Madrid defeating Lille 3-1. I think Vinny gets on the board. I think Bellingham finally gets on the board. And a curveball, I think Carvajal is going to run into the box and get on the board as well. And don't be surprised, again, if Jonathan David from Lille gets on the board as well. So that is my opinion on this match. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Tell me your match prediction. Again, guys, if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. I make these videos all the time, and really, I appreciate you all watching. Guys, it's been Dally with Dallyfc. Cheers. Real Madrid.